Hey, what's happening, fellow humans? Elton here, aka you know what? That's right, you are looking at, this is the business district. This street here is Saint Jacques? This is Saint Jacques, right? I'm here with Grant here, I'm pretty sure it's Saint Jacques. Where the fuck is the sign? Damn it, Elton, stop swearing! Damn it! Where is it? I know, I showed it. Where's the friggin' sign, Carlis? There. So yeah, we're at Saint Alexandre, and this guy's got music playing all of a sudden there to drown out my freaking video, and Saint Antoine. So we're gonna F off and go here real quick here, because I don't want anything disrupting the flow of the video. Now, as I just mentioned to Grant, I just want to mention that my uncle Brian, when he was alive, his best friend Michelle used to work for this company. Of course, at that time they had those cab over freight shakers there. You know, it's an old company. I don't know how old it is. If you don't know what shred it is, you must be living under a rock or something. Say what's up, Grant.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, you like being on camera now. You was your little camera shy there before. Now we're walking north westerly. I like those doors. Looks like there should be a freight elevator back there. And we're gonna walk towards north towards Rue Sainte Catherine. It's not too long of a walk. There's some different nice architecture. And the thing is that, look, if you guys are watching enough of these walking videos I do, I'm like, how many times have I done walking videos on these main streets? Saint Antoine, René Lévesque, Saint Catherine Street, Sherbrooke Street, you know? So, but there seems to be a bunch of side streets that I never did film. So I gotta make that a point. The wind is coming from the northwest. Sorry, the wind is coming from the northeast, but we're walking towards the northwest, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank any of you, which is not many of you, but a few of you who have showed your support by sending me a gift, whatever the denomination was. Thank you very much to all you guys. It really helps, considering, you know, it's a tight year to be a YouTuber, especially a guy like me who brings you high quality videos, entertaining, informative, musical, and as you probably know, of course, pretty much filming all facets of transportation. And so if you want to send me something, you can do that through an e-transfer in Canada, Interac e-transfer, or by PayPal anywhere with my email address, which is eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. There's over there, that's the Palais des Congrès, which doesn't translate too well in English, which is the Congress Center. And of course, my only beef I have with this place is that for a few years you were able to sit in this wide area of space on these nice comfortable couches, but because there's so many frickin' degenerates in the city, they closed it all off. Nobody can sit there. So just, you know me, it's impossible for me to keep things always positive. It's impossible. It's impossible. Right, Grant? You know what I mean. You're a part.
Yeah.
Aren't you a part Mick?
Part
We Irish
I'm
and the
Scottish.
Quebecois, we're
Part
known
Scottish,
to.
part Brit.
Look at that. There's a refrigerator here. Not every day you see a refrigerator on the ground here. Downtown Montreal. I mean, hey, you gotta show that. You know? There's another beauty here, eh? Look at that with the typical rounded windows.
Typical 1930s architecture.
Yeah, I met up with Grant, and on my way to go to Tim's, not far from my place, near from Frontenac, I see this old car, this old Cougar. So I tell Grant, I said, listen, I'll call you later, or I'll text you, or whatever. And so I filmed the car. And then I made the mistake. This is when I realized that when you film something with a phone, it's not very practical because, see, like, let's see how I just turned the camera on because I'm using the Nikon. No problem. But when you turn the phone, it's hard to do that if you're holding something on the other hand. And basically, I stopped recording, and then I thought I started recording of it. Anyway, whatever. I got most of it, 2 minutes. So at least this camera, which arguably has maybe, you know, a better or not a better quality, or doesn't have better color, that's for sure. But again, it's more, I guess you could say accurate, reliable. I don't know if I want to say reliable, but yeah, that's true though. Look at that beautiful green on this Mini. Any of you guys have got one of these? Like, you know, it's a good-looking little car. I know they're not amazing quality, even though it's like built by BMW, but it'd be kind of funny actually to do like a review of one of those. You know, you show up to my place. And I get in, like just recording her. I noticed this.
Used to have one of the older ones.
You mean one of the classic ones?
Yeah, the classic ones, exactly.
Oh boy, look at this one. She's full of equipment. She's ready up to go freaking Mount Royal there. Go cross country out to what have you had? And now I'm gonna guess we're at Saint Jacques. Once again, I'm always looking for the signs. I don't like that. Ah, the joys of being visually impaired, right, Grant? Grant is as visually impaired as I am, but not the same setback. It's not the same thing. I have an astigmatism, and what do you call your?
It's hard to explain. It's called fever. It's a
Fever.
yeah. It's basically a fold in the retina.
You give me fever.
Yeah,
You give me fever. This is cute, eh? This little red flashing light there.
What's it there for?
Well, it's not a heavy traffic, so when it's not heavy traffic, you know, that's what they.
Please stop.
Yeah, please stop. At least make an attempt to stop. Don't
Make
run.
it look like they're stopping.
Look, you can see a Chinatown structure over there. If it was been the old me, I would have just kept recording. I wouldn't have cared, you know. Yeah, guys, I had to stop recording. I had to sell like some sort of an inside joke, I guess you could say, with my friend here. So you're not gonna hear everything we say, that's for sure. No. Political correctness is only applicable for me recently because I'm trying to make the channel more money and therefore more successful. Beautiful fence here, wrought iron fence with the fleur-de-lis tops, edges, whatever points with, what the frig is this thing? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's some kind of church here, I guess. Yeah, did they really tear down a church? If you're going to tear down a church, it would have to be like really in bad shape, right?
Or burnt down.
No. I think the only church that ever burnt down here in this city in the last 100 years was the one on Sherbrooke Street, which is now, of course, part of the Musée des Beaux-Arts, the fine arts. Yeah, she had a good look at me with the camera. She's good looking wool. What movie is that from? No, you remember that? It's like, what? She's good looking wool. What movie is that from? I'm trying to think. God, that's hilarious. Hey, you're right. It's bizarre.
This is it.
Where?
That's part of its land, I guess.
So they tore down part of it, I guess.
Maybe the rectory was there. I don't know.
Like, look, it's like, yeah, we're looking for the church. Like, yeah, whatever. This is nice. This is typical. Nothing, nothing to see there really. And of course, your typical boring modern cars all parked here. The only thing that made that Mini interesting was the green on it. It was very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, so the church is right here.
Yeah. Remember the beginning of the movie and the Blues Brothers? He's like, you get the church, Elwood. You get right. You get correct.
Elwood.
Hey?
You get correct with Noah.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to go see the penguin. No effing way. It's nice, though, that, like, this one, for example, this is a really, really old building. You can always tell by the stones. I think, as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of the oldest commercial buildings in the city, and probably as old as this church, if not even older.
This district would be like early mid-1800s.
Yeah, because, like, look, this isn't really old. This is all redone. This is very old behind it, but this is even older. When you see stones like this, that's a dead giveaway. That's what's cool about having a friend like Grant. He's actually, he worked in architecture. He studied it, so he knows a thing or two. He's pretty handy to have, actually. I'm starting to wish we had become friends years ago, but because I'm kind of an idiot sometimes, you know. Oh, wow, a black Jeep Wrangler. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Oh, look at this. From Nova Scotia, a Toyota Supra. Oh, isn't this a beautiful thing, eh? From Nova Scotia. Not the greatest color, but it's a beautiful car. I still can't believe they stuck a BMW engine in this. I mean, I'm sorry. As a car guy, Toyota, you're idiots. This is sacrilegious. You made a fine V6. What the hell did you make? You get a V6 for it from BMW. That's just blasphemy. You know, somebody had me believe, like, oh, for better performance. Oh, come on, don't give me that much of malarkey.
No.
Come on now. Beautiful car, though.
No, it's nice.
Very nice.
The color, I like the style.
The color, not so much, but, you know. Jesus, Murphy, look at this bike.
Black.
This thing looks like it weighs twice as much as my Schwinn or my Rollfest.
Yeah, but it's electric.
I'm not going to go there. I'm just not going to go there. Another thing, too, that's really cool about really old buildings, like, look, this here is the designs. You especially see much more of this in old Montreal. Yeah. And it looks like there used to be something.
There's a crest there.
Yeah, there was some kind of a crest there, exactly. And look at how old this building is. Look, the windows are all freaking disgusting. Actually, let's zoom up and see what we can see. The zoom is the eyes I don't have. And yeah, whatever crest there was, they're gone. So much for that. Now we're approaching busy René Lévesque Boulevard. I like the green on this Subaru. The Subaru itself, not so much. I think Subaru is like a lot of cars, just lost identity, and it's got a parking ticket on it. Which probably in this point in life and age is probably like 60 bucks, I figure. I don't know. I know it used to be like 42 a few years ago. Yeah, and we're going to take a little break here, see if I can get anything here interesting. Trucks, buses, especially vehicles responding. You know, perhaps a murder, death, killed. I'm just kidding.
It's not Detroit, bro.
Friggin' Village is heading that way, it seems. Like I tell everybody, what do you want? All those ruffians, all these troublemakers, they all were at Barrie Metro. Then they opened up a police station. What did they do? They didn't go uphill. They went. Yeah, they just literally rolled downhill. So, we're going to continue north to St. Catherine, and then right a bit after St. Catherine, a block after that, the street ends. Saint Alexandre ends. It's funny because this street is Saint Alexandre, but if you walk east of Barrie, there's Alexandre.
There's a Saint Alexandre?
And there's an Alexandre, yeah, right. Which is a bit odd, isn't it? It's a bit confusing. Well, look, it's like Sherbrooke Street. There's a Sherbrooke Street in Lachine, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but that's Lachine.
Yeah, but it's still Montreal, though.
They're very close together, geographically and in English.
Si, senor, si.
Yeah, right.
Si. Scrap! Just where you guys want to see scrap. And thank you to the STM, you bastards, for sticking all the scrap mostly around here. So thanks again. Really great. Oh, church bell ringing. No reason why.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate EXO the same way you hate STM.
Why?
Because the wonky train schedules, painting the trains in this ugly colors.
Well, you know, you could always call them if you wanted, you know.
Of
course, I only ever called them to complain about cue ball, you know. I was so pissed off, it wasn't even funny.
Did you actually call them about it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I totally did. You know, I told them who it was, balding, middle-aged, you know.
Yeah.
Sure I did. You pissed me off, that guy. You didn't have to talk to me like that. You know, and it's actually not the first run-in I had with that prick even. There was one time, I remember one time I was with Ben and William, and we were at like one of the, I don't know, Bois Franc or something like that there. You know, one of those train stations, it was winter. And that guy, I know it was him, I'm sure it wasn't anybody else, because he yelled out from across the track, he said, "Hey, qu'est-ce que vous faites là? Like, what are you doing there?" You know, like, just like, well, there's a way to talk to people. People don't appreciate being talked like that anymore. Watch out, there's a car coming here.
No, one time, the first time I ever met him, I was on the tank train, and I was going to a job interview or something, I don't remember, and the door's open, and it's in the morning, so I'm half thinking about something else. I get on, and he's pushing me out the fucking train, going, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here, let the guy off first." And it was the conductor. Apparently he was trying to get off.
When was this?
This is like years ago, on the Dumont Tang line. The son of a bitch, though, he almost made me fall on the concrete.
Yeah, well, hopefully he quit or
and
got.
If he had done that,
hopefully he got fired or quit, because again, he's like.
He's assaulting me, that fucker.
I remember I told you the last time I saw him, he was at Lachine Station during rush hour, and I see the CP freight rolling the other side. So I get off, I'm already filming, and he comes up to me right away. He's like, "Hey, you know, you're not supposed to do that." You know, like he was actually a bit, you know, more lenient. But then he starts telling me he's fucking bonded, you know, to travel to the U.S. with arms. Like, oh, I'm so impressed. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. What difference does that make for me? What do I give a shit, you know?
Yeah, I would have been like, "Yeah, okay, send me your resume. Maybe I can do a better job." And I forwarded his resume like the worst fucking company that finds you shitty jobs.
Oh my god. Well, like I said, hopefully he's done, that guy. Maybe, who knows, maybe he's dead and got COVID. Who the hell knows?
Okay, yeah.
Look at this. This part of St. Catherine is very intriguing, because look, there's a lot of. It's not only that they redid all the streets and sidewalks, which do I agree with? Not really, but it's a lot of these buildings, all these new businesses. These
are older businesses.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the
look.
Buildings are very much older.
I think that this used to be Sam the Record Man, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
Yeah. In this day and age, it's almost amazing.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, in this day and age, it's amazing that church is still there, actually.
That church, they used to have nothing but shops in front of it, and then they demolished all the shops to show the church.
Here, cross. What? What are you talking about?
This church here
Yeah.
was hidden by a whole bunch of shops. And then
It
they
was?
demolished the shops. These shops here.
The shops.
Continue in front of this church. Because apparently this parish needed the money, so they rented off the front part of their lot.
Yeah, but the question is, what's the name of the church though? Is this St. James?
St. Jack's, I believe they call this now.
No, it's St. James.
St. James, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody called it St. Jack's. I don't know,
Maybe I should stop recording. We should go take a look, get religious,
Yeah.
get correct. You go to church, Melwood. Get
right
correct.
with the Lord.
Yeah, get right with the Lord. Anyway, regardless of all that, like I always say, they're amazing, beautiful structures because they're like those old cars I love. They're all symbols of their time, the greatness of it all, you know? God-fearing Canadians, God-fearing Americans. Everybody went to church practically.
Montreal used to be the city of churches.
Right, exactly. You ever been to Outremont? Have you ever been to Outremont? You know how many churches are in Outremont? It's crazy.
Alone, yeah. Look at the Montreal skyline from like the early 1900s. All you see is steeples.
That's it. That's it. But then again, I bring up Outremont because, you know, it used to be mostly Greeks, so I guess Greeks were very religious. That's why there's so many churches, like the French and like so many people, Italians, and, you know. I think I might have filmed an elevator in here. I might have tried it. Sometimes I can't even remember. Je sais pas. I don't, you know.
It looks like the kind of place they would have a freight elevator or something accessible.
Oh man, you know what, dude? Though, look at those. Look at the letters on top here on this ledge. Check this out. Hey, that's original. What does it say? Something building?
Something building.
Steph? Saint Frantal, I think it says. That's old. That's not original. It can't be. I mean, look at those windows, man. That's like 40s, 50s built, you know?
Definitely 40s.
Yeah.
That's 40s architecture.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There was a huge turn in architecture from 30s to 40s, and that was it. That's
Anyway,
like the Bauhaus style kind of
even if I went in there, I'm sure they probably just revamped typical, generic,
Yeah,
boring elevators,
but
you
the
know.
outside is very 40s Bauhaus.
Even this is even more interesting, actually. I don't think I've ever been in here, but again, it's all redone usually. They don't never leave anything original, you know. So, oh God, you know what this reminds me? I saw a post at freaking FedEx.
Yeah.
They come out with an EV set right now. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Wait a minute.
And I started reading the comments. I said, I'm not going to read comments anymore. This guy's like, oh good, no more noise and pollution and all this crap.
I hate the people that say no more noise and pollution.
Oh God, no, but they're
You need
dude,
the
they're-
noise so
no,
that
they're-
people
they're-
don't get hit by a car.
No, but dude, they're all so ignorant. I love people who read between the lines like you and me. They know that this is what goes into making said videos, and they're costing taxpayers because any company that buys us, it's all subsidized by the fucking feds or provincial
Well, they're
government, and it's
giving,
all
like,
bullshit.
They're giving like how much is it? $20,000 just for.
Ah, it's so stupid. I don't even. You know what? I don't even want to know. I wish I didn't even
cost
hear
of the
that.
battery alone, like you said.
I'm telling you, we're all
$40
gonna be broke in 5 years, man. Seriously, it's just ridiculous. It's just it's a
We're gonna
business.
Give the keys to the kingdom to China.
Remember, guys, what I say. If anything I said in the video, aside from asking you for your support, which I appreciate, but EVs are bullshit. They're a business, and spread that word, man. I'm telling you, it's just we're all going to become more broke because of that. Just politicians are all going along for the ride, buying into it, and giving away money like candy for people to buy those or companies. It's just so stupid. It's I could practically do a video alone on those EVs, honestly, and but I don't have to because
Somebody's already done it.
yeah, it's all out there. And somebody was telling my friend, I saw Andrew the other day. He told me that he's got a friend of his actually that has a channel all about EVs, and he's got like 125,000 subscribers. Well, of course. And especially younger people are getting duped into that. And none of you can even afford any of those stupid EVs. It's all for rich people. It's ridiculous. So that's it, guys. Nevertheless, not to end on a negative note. Again, it was a beautiful day. I'm glad to have filmed this. It's fantastic. And there's a Kenworth delivery truck here. I love when trucks are not all white. This one's nice and blue. And good that we get here because the meter on the camera is reading a half full battery, which isn't true. It's just when you film a long time, it affects the camera. It gets hot, you know. So That's it. So thanks again for watching. Thanks again here to my great friend as well for being a good sport. Take care, be good, and rock the Casbah.